Today is January 22nd. Today's quote is entitled, "Do not try to fit in." Do it, say it, or believe it if it is true, even if the world has never done, said, or believed it before, or if everyone thinks you are crazy. We are not here to please the public, the common man, but to please Krishna and our previous acaryas, Srila Prabhupada. So I thought this quote is important for two reasons. One, because of what Prabhupada is saying, that you understand that we just don't try to fit in and please people. And for the other reason, which it isn't stated, is that we do try to fit in and please people. So how do we balance the controversy? Well, we have a philosophy, and Prabhupada spoke the philosophy. He didn't compromise to make people feel good. He just spoke it as it is. And some people thought he was crazy. He didn't care. And he wasn't coming to flatter people. He wasn't coming to compromise, as we said yesterday, to get followers. At the same time, when Prabhupada was very heavy with people, he would say, this is the prerogative of young children and old men that they can speak like this. So sometimes when he was very heavy, he was telling us that you can't do this, you can't get away with this, that I can get away. Okay, so now we're becoming older, maybe we can get away. But he was saying, no, this is something I can get away with. So, yes, we have to preach what's true, but our goal is to preach it in a way that people can digest it. But at the same time, Prabhupada's saying, we're not going to compromise just to please people's sense gratification. But we are going to adjust things, we are going to adapt to make things accessible, to make Krishna consciousness the pure thing, so people can eat it, people can have it, people can like it, they can digest it, they want to be with us. So what Prabhupada, he's not saying here, you don't care about what people think. Not exactly what he's saying. He's saying that you don't compromise the philosophy to fit in, but it doesn't mean that you don't do things to help people understand. So one time Prabhupada wrote a letter, he said, yes, you should speak the truth, but it should be pleasing so people can hear it. And if you speak it in a way that everyone goes away, that it's your fault. So you can't say, well, I didn't compromise, I spoke the truth. So they all went away, that's their fault. So in some cases that may be true, but in most cases Prabhupada's saying that's not true, that the fault is ours. So there's a balance there. In other words, did you speak the truth in a way that if it was spoken in another way, people would have accepted it, but you didn't know how to do that, so everybody went away, and you just said, well, I spoke the truth, and I didn't compromise, and they all went away, so I'm perfect. No. If you state something, which is our philosophy, and you state it as best you can, and you try to help people, educated people, intelligent people, understand it logically, and still they don't, what can you do? But if you fanatically state something in a black and white and narrow way and they don't understand or don't accept it, it's to be accepted. They probably wouldn't understand because it's our mistake. So Prabhupada's not saying that. At the same time, he's saying, we're serving to please Krishna. So in one place where Prabhupada said, you want to please people, he didn't say this, but he said, yeah, you could sell pornography instead of Krishna conscious books. You'll sell more. So Prabhupada's saying, yeah, you want to please people, go to the naked dance, sell alcohol, that's what will please them. So Prabhupada's saying, no, we're not going to compromise on that level to please people. We're not going to make up a philosophy just to make them feel good. So definitely, and just because the idea is crazy or whatever, most successful people who stood out were seen as crazy when they started. That's, oh, you can't do this, you're crazy. Oh, this idea is crazy. And then, a few decades later, everyone's accepting that idea. Oh, you can't be vegetarian, you'll die, there's something wrong with you. When I was young, if you're a vegetarian, it's like, oh, cuckoo, you're going to die in 3 years, malnutrition, it's like, yeah, they think you're crazy. So in a sense, sometimes it's a compliment if people think you're crazy, but at least we shouldn't make a mistake on our part so they think we're crazy by saying something that's wrong or not presenting things well. But if we present our philosophy and they think we're crazy, if we present it as best we can, intellectually, compassionately, sympathetically, logically, and they still think we're crazy, then that's a compliment. And Prabhupada said that sometimes opposition is a sign of success. Hare Krishna.